Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this is going to be a treat. This is a collaboration between Stone, Ecliptic, and Wicked Weed Brewers. This is their Points Unknown IPA. And I've read some good and bad things about this beer. Either you love it or you're not going to love it. So it's not your typical IPA from what I've heard. So let's see what this one brings. And right on the back of it, it says bottled on April 29th of 2015. So we're a tad over. I'm reviewing this this is the 4th of June. So not quite 6 weeks old. About five, not quite 5 weeks old. It was at the end of April, end of May, and this is the first week. About 5 weeks old. The day I reviewed it here, so it's probably going to be a week or so after this date before it's posted. I'm a little bit ahead on the reviews, so let's get on with this one, guys. I don't want this to be a long video, and I want to apologize to you guys. It seems like a lot of the reviews have gotten longer and longer and longer because I'm flapping about this, that, or the other. I had one that was 27 minutes a week or so ago, and I apologize for that. Nobody wants to watch a 30-minute beer review, and not even me. So I'm going to try to keep them shorter, guys. I know a lot of you guys don't care how long it is, but I just don't think a 30-minute beer review is what we're after here. So, commercial description on this one. This is a 9.5%er, guys. IBU 72. Says it seemed no single beer could adequately convey the collective talents of Portland, Oregon brewing legend and Ecliptic brewing founder John Harris, Luke, and Walt Dickinson, the brewmaster duo behind North Carolina's Wicked Weed Brewing and Stone brewmaster Mitch Steele. So this veritable triad of power opted to brew 2 beers. The first was a traditional Belgian-style triple aged 4 months in oak barrels that originally housed red wine and then tequila. It was then blended at 1:4 to 3/4 ratio with a freshly brewed West Coast double IPA to create this beer. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on with this beer, and that's probably the reason why I've seen and read and heard a lot of stuff going on. I mean, either you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. So, a variety of diverse flavors coalesced into something more unique than any one beer our trio could have conceived. So, I mean, a lot of different stuff, and to blend this beer together and try to come up with something that's going to taste like something. So that's what it's all about. A lot of these brewers go outside the box and they're brewing some really bizarre stuff. So let's see where this one ends up. Food pairings for this beer. Technically it's considered a double IPA. So the double IPA food pairings, barbecues, the cuisine, cheeses are your standard peppery, pepper jack, Monterey Blue, sharp cheddar, your more pungent cheeses, and the meat is game, grilled meat, and salmon. I will add a lot of the stuff that comes off the grill are very tasty with IPAs and double IPAs. Probably one of my favorites, being a hophead that I am. And the hops are doing really well. Some of them 10 feet tall out there. So I might do a intro for too long and give you I haven't done that in a year or two, and give you a glimpse of what the hops are doing out there. I've got cones already developing, so I'm looking forward probably to maybe even doing an early harvest on some of them maybe next month sometime. So, glassware snifter tulip oversized wine glass. I got my favorite glass here, the solid beer glass. And this says it can be cellared for long periods. I would not recommend that. It's considered a double IPA and those hops will fade. So, without further ado, let's get the cap off of this one. Got a few openers left. A new batch came in and 5 of them went out the other day. And by the time you see this, they all may have gone out. I've had, if everybody that messaged me would actually pay for one, they'd all be gone already. But I have, every time I do a thing, I have 3 or 4 or 5 people say, I want one of them. You know, send me the info, and I message the info, and you never hear back from them. So what's up with that? I don't understand. So if you want one, give me a shout. My email is gtpuckett@comcast.net. And I'll give you all the pertinent info, especially if you've got a PayPal account. That's the quickest, easiest way to get it. You do the PayPal, and it goes out the very next day, guys. On that pour, about 1.5 fingers of head. Looks very nice in the glass, very clear. I can see the bulb right through it. Very orange, tangerine, amber color. Very nice. Let's get a nose on this one. Man, the aromas are just all over the place, guys. I'm getting citrus and apples and pineapple and pears and grapefruit. I'm getting grapes. Oh man, it's just got so many different aromas in there. There is some breadiness in there, especially since it's a 9.5%er. A lot of malt used to make this beer. But I mean, it's a very unique smell. Very unlike any other double IPA I've ever smelled. And that, you know, goes to show, I mean, from a Belgian triple to an IPA, and they put it in the different barrels that they've had wine and tequila and everything else in it. Wow. There's just not one smell that's standing out. There's just so many different aromas. Well, let's give it a taste and see what we got here. Big beer. Hope it'll have a big taste. Cheers. I am getting some Belgian qualities, but it's not, the yeast is not overpowering like a lot of Belgians is. That funky banana bubblegumish. So the IPA, I mean, it's like they blended several different beers together to get this. Very easy drinking for a 9.5%er. Very well made beer, but it's just all over the place as far as taste and aromas. I'm getting so many different tastes combined. Apples, pears, grapefruit, pineapple. The Belgian thing is going on there. Grapes. Not really getting any tequila, but you know. Not your typical double IPA. If you're expecting the grapefruit, pineapple, in your face West Coast, pow, hot presence, it's not there, guys. Very unique, very different beer. Not sure. I'm not, like I said, I like to review these for what they are. It's something different. It's something unique. Not your typical double IPA, like I said. Not something you'd want to drink every day, or I wouldn't anyway. But something different, something pleasant to try as a change. So, and it is a little different. Well, it may be a lot different. Not what you, if you're expecting a Stone and Joey by, this is not it. This is definitely not it. But a lot of different stuff going on. Let's right out of the fridge. Let's let it warm up and see where it ends up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on this about 35-40 minutes. Very unique beer. A lot of stuff going on. Hints of the Belgian yeast. apples, pears, grapefruit, slight hints of pine. I mean, it's just all over the place with the taste and the aromas on this beer, guys. Where they blended these beers together. A lot of unique tastes. Very different. Very different from your typical double IPA. So, it's okay. I liked it. I'm on the fence right now between a B plus and an A minus. Not your typical double IPA, but like I said, they like to experiment and do some different stuff, and this is definitely different. Final chug. Definitely tell it's an IPA from the bitterness and the hop profile, but there's a whole lot of additional flavors going on there that aren't typically associated with an IPA, with the Belgian yeast and the apples and the pears and the apricots and maybe even some hints of mango and stuff in there. It's like a best of a double IPA and a Belgian triple put together, and you're getting all these fruits and hops and stuff going on in the beer. So very, very, very different. The only thing I want to fuss about is Stone has gone to this Best Buy on most of the stuff, and they haven't on this one. And I want to thank them for having an actual bottled on date on this beer instead of an enjoy by date. Bottled on April 25th of 2015. So I like when they have the bottled on and the canned on date from these brewers instead of an enjoy by or best by date. Because like I said earlier, some of these brewers do a 3, 4, 5, even a 6-month shelf life on some of these beers. And if you're drinking an IPA or a double IPA, you don't want to have that after it's been in a bottle or a can for 6 months. It's still going to be good or drinkable, but the hop profile is really going to fade over that length of time. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give it to A. I'm going to give it to 8, which is an A minus. It was a nice change, something different to drink than your typical double IPA. But if you're expecting an enjoy by or something in that category from this beer, you're going to be disappointed. This is definitely different with what they blended together to come up with this beer. So yeah, it was pretty tasty. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't think I would want to drink this all the time, but it was a nice change. It was something different. A for me, A8, the A minus. Over to Beer Advocate, they said 86 in the very good range, and over to Rate Beer says overall 97 and 87 in the style. So I'm in between these two, 86 and a 97. If I was putting numeric rating on this, it would probably be a 90 or a 91. So I'm in between these two guys, our two sites, as far as what I'm giving it. So if you have this one from Stone, Ecliptic, and Wicked Weed, or Collaboration Beer, Points Unknown IPA, let me know what you think of it. It was decent to me. Not something I'd want to drink all the time, but it was a nice change. So that being said, let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See everybody then.